Okay, so I was thinking, since I don't have much time, I have like 2 hours, that I could do some covert self promotion. And there's this programming group on Facebook. It's not really useful, they never give me good answers. Um, but I thought maybe I could post a code snippet and be like, I don't know what this print statement does, and it will be the URL to my stream. So why don't we try something out? Why don't we try some type of C program that could do that? What we could do is we could do like a we could do like a UO8 stuff, and it could have I don't know how much stuff it would need. Why not just try well, let's see, the if we have 32 bits, that's like a 4 bytes. And how many words are in twitch.com/kanji coder, right? Like how much is in there if we're trying to like pack that into, say, bytes to make like a hidden message? Yep, I'm gonna do this very high-tech analysis to figure out the answer to that. So 21 characters. So we could take 21 divided by 3, and we get 4. Or no, we don't. We get, that's 12, right? No. 21, 3? Yeah, I just can't math. 21 divided by 3 is, 7, yeah. So, let's say, what we really want is 21 divided by 4 to see how many bytes, to see how many, like, unsigned integers we need. So we need, like, 6, because it's 5.25. So we could do 6 of these, and then add an array initializer, and just go 0x, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we don't know exactly what these need to be yet. In fact, we could do a 0 here, and that way we could just skip that slot, make it easy on our bracket balancing, not our bracket balancing, but the commas that we're using. We can just add one more. So instead of 6, we can use 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 slots that we're actually going to use. And within here, what we could do is we could look up a little table of like what the ASCII table is, right? ASCII hex is actually what we need. And we could kind of like figure out what letters we need. Now this is going to be difficult, so let's see if we can find something that converts to ASCII to hex. ASCII to hex converter. Let's see if we can find an ASCII to hex converter and get the, so right here, if we can just get the www.twitch.com/kanji coder, right? If we can just get that converted right away, and see what the hex bytes are. So these are the hex bytes, right? So we could take this and copy it. That way we don't have to individually look up each point. We can actually do this kind of quickly. And we know that we're going to need 4 of them per line. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And like every time we see 4, we'll do 4 here. And we'll just keep on indenting. And then here, what we're going to do is we're assuming that it is network byte order, where when we're reading, we're going to read the most significant to the least significant. Now, I could be wrong there, and a way to test that out would be, well, what is this 777? Well, that'd be your www dot, right? So yeah, they're doing network byte order, which is a sensible choice, I think. So we'll just put like a 0000 here. And then we can go like 0x, like that. Then we can take this, and we can throw it into here like this. And did I get my count of things wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So what did I miss here? Why am I off? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? There's probably spaces in here, isn't there? Okay, whatever. You know what? We're just gonna go with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, actually, no, we don't want any fucking spaces. So what the fuck happened here? Hex, ASCII to hex. Oh, you know what? Convert. Did I possibly just not, what did I put up here? Twitch.com/kanjicoder? Yeah. And this is Twitch.com, so this is... Yeah, that doesn't look right. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm just really unpredictable here, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's some type of stray character going on here. So if we take this and do a... Oh, I need to do a hex to ASCII. So something's going on, and I don't know what the fuck the converter is doing, because for whatever reason, both times I've tried, I'm getting different values here. I'm getting... This one's a 74, this one's a 63. Oh, maybe I'm not. So these are the same. A0. So A0 must be something. So A0 to ASCII. What is A0? F. A0. We don't know. What the fuck? ASCII hex table. So, you know, you think it would be, like, easy to find a good ASCII kind of hex table, but it turned... Oh, it's 0A, that's why. But, what the fucking hell? So, I don't know what this 720A, this 0A, I have no clue what that is, because the hex tables that I'm seeing don't have such a thing. And if we, let's look up A0 to decimal. Alright, what is that as decimal? So we can kind of, is 160. Okay, so 160 in the ASCII table. Well, we're way out of bounds. We're way out of bounds. We only need to go to 127 on an ASCII table. 160 is like a weird accent character. So this is, I don't know how the fuck this ended up in here. So let's try to avoid the frustration and actually get something done here. Let's take this, I'm gonna just paste it in here, and we have an extra character. We don't know how the hell we got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which means this needs to be 8 because we either got this 0 here because we wanted some padding. And if we take this and we do a 4, well, we need to actually int main void. We need a main function if we're going to do this. And in the main function, we can get rid of this, I don't care. We're going to do a in memory, well, first of all, this can't be a UOA. This needs to be a U32. Right, because these are each 32. In memory... Oh, we have some nice zero terminators. So, in memory, we should just be able to do a printf. We don't even need to do any parsing. We can do... Well, actually, that depends on the byte order, doesn't it? That depends on the endianness, huh? Let's give it a shot and see what happens. So we're gonna do a printf of and stuff 0. And that's all we're gonna do. Yeah, that's all we're gonna do. We don't need anything else. So let's try that. So and I'm recording? Yeah, I'm recording. So in our, let's do auto hotkey folder. Let's do shortcuts, SC files, CXX for C whatever, demo. We'll call it print hex. Actually no. We'll call it self promo and put other things in here as well. We'll just call it self-promo.c11, and then we'll make another file, just a build script, and we want like hkmf c11. So we just want a hackish build script. I think I had a leaner version of this, because this is a bit clunky. It's what I used to use. hkmf lean 2020. Let's try that. HKMF auto so that's actually, no, that's still not what I want. So let's take the scripts here and let's we're gonna change whatever this points to. We're gonna fix that, but let's go and open up our current build script and see if I have any tags in it that will give away as to where see if our build script here gives away where it came from. So HKMF C11, and I don't feel like that's right. I feel like this is a much newer version. So let's do this. HKMF C11. Do we actually get what we're looking for? No, we don't fucking get what we're looking for. This is not the... Oh, maybe it is, and no, this is not the new kind of build script I wanted. We could probably try... Oh, for reference, so it's HKMF mini and then HKMF C11 for reference, maybe? So let's do HKMF mini, right? Okay, that's the one I want. So let's take these things here, put them in our shortcuts. And, I need to find where it says HKMF lean, and I'm just gonna fix up what that is. Actually, let me close all this Twitch stuff. There we go. HKMF lean in my shortcuts. I'm just gonna move this. Okay. I'm just doing a little bit of maintenance here. Okay. So next time I want to find that shortcut, it's not going to be so difficult. So within here, this is all we need for like a little build script. Now we see that we have a C11 file name here. We want to change that to sp1 for self-promotion1.c11. And then we can just use this as our build script for this file here, so we don't have to run it on the command line directly. So sp1.sh for a shell script. And then we can just double click it and we can try it out, right? So let me put this over on this side so we can see that. And over here, we'll give this a look over. Int main, printf stuff, and yeah, so we should just try that out and see what happens. Are you ready? Because I'm not totally confident that it's going to work how I think it will. But let's just give it a try and see what happens, right? So first of all, unknown type name U32. So we need to include, well actually, we'll just do a define U32, right? So we can figure out where it is, std int, and then we can include std int.h, right? And we can take away this for printf comment, and we can do this, and then down here we could just do a undef U32, right? And if we want to, we can just remove that. We don't really need all that. Okay, let's give that a shot. See if we're missing anything. Passing argument 1 of printf from incompatible pointer type. So let's look at this for a second. Well, and stuff 0 should just be a... I think we'll probably have to do it as a void pointer first. And we still might have a problem because this is a U32, so we might have to upcast it to U64 before we can cast it to a void pointer. And then we're not allowed to put that outside of a function because they hate me. Okay, so let's give that a shot, see what happens. Okay, enter to exit, so we probably seg-faulted. So it didn't do what I thought it would have done. I thought we could have taken these hex values and... Oh, you know what? We can't do this. We can't be putting a 0 there. Like, if we really want to do it this way, we can't pad it with the 0 just because we like the commas that way, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and let's just... Here we go. We got a whole bunch of null terminators, right? So we're good there. We got plenty of null terminators. Hooray. Let's give that a shot and see if we're completely misguided or if we're going to... Oh, look at that. We're so close, but oh no, it's not quite what I thought. So .www. Okay, so what we got here is an endianness problem. So... we have the www dot, right, is going backwards. It's being, so if we wanted to do this correctly, right, we could do this, right? We could do... How do we flip the... How would we flip all of these? We could do something like... let's look that up, see if there's a way. So, Uh, change byte order in uint32. So we want to like change the byte order. Convert big endian to little endian in C with, let's see how we can do that. So if there's a way that we can kind of like flip the endianness. Unsigned 16-bit conversion, swapped, so we're going to shift over 8 and OR it with shift over. Okay, so I'm going to guess that the other thing might be for a 32-bit, change these numbers to 16. I mean, I don't know, but that's just looking at the pattern. Really, it's just 16-bit that simple, and 32-bit is like, whoa. Swapped equals number shift 24 and 0xff. I mean, we're just juggling it all around, right? So that's fine, but it's like, if you're gonna get that complicated, then why? So what I think we could do, I think what might be interesting is we could actually do endianness. We could look at the endianness and print something different depending on what endianness we get. Actually, let's look at what endianness is Windows 10. What endianness is Windows 10? Right? Like, is that like a... Does that, can I safely assume that Windows installations will always be little endian? Endianness checks are or should be done at compile time, never runtime. The endianness of an architecture is intrinsic to the machine code generated. It is a waste to check at runtime something that was fixed at compile time. This is just a comment. All versions of Windows that you'll see are little endian. Yes, the NT kernel actually runs on a big endian architecture even today. All versions of Windows that you see are little endian. Yes, the NT kernel actually runs on a big endian architecture even today. That's kind of strange, okay? Okay, so anyways, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna swap the endianness here. So we already know what the problem is. So let's split this up for a second like this. And, or actually, you know what? We have, no, actually, no. We're gonna have to split it. Yeah, we're gonna have to split the endianness here. And, let's shuffle everything over here a bit, and then let's just paste it back down here, right? We're gonna flip all of these bytes within each of the unsigned integers. And then when we try to do a printf with this, everything should be in the correct order now. So let's give that a shot, and hopefully I didn't, like, accidentally shuffle anything out of order when I did that, but I think I got it correct. So we'll know pretty soon once we give this a run. So let's take that and give it a run. Yeah, so twitch.com/kanjicoder, right? So that's pretty cool. So what I'm thinking is we could... Do we want... What else could we do here? Well, if we want to make it, like, simpler, we could... So, U32s should be ints, but the thing is that, I would just do int. Is that also going to work, or is it going to create some problems for us? I don't know, that's fine. So let's get rid of this. And then we can get rid of stdint. And then we have this... Oh, well, we can't... Hold up. We gotta actually save this before we run it again. Okay, so now the next part is, how do we want to post this on the Facebook group? Do we just want to say, oh, I don't understand this, and pretend we found it somewhere else, or do we want to just, well, it's a programming help group, so let's pretend we found it somewhere else, and... Let's make the payload a little bit, do you want to make the payload a little bit more, friendly for, like, a, Do you want to just take this and format it a little bit differently? I usually don't format code like this, but maybe it would be easier if we can kind of make it a little bit more compact, so that when we're posting it online, we can we're not taking up as much room. Okay, so the next thing is... what do we want to do? Do we want to just say, hey, I don't understand how this works? And do we just want to, like, Now, if we do a screenshot of this, nobody's going to type all this out. No, there's nobody who's going to actually type it out, right? Or maybe they will, you know? Yeah, let's take this. So we're going to take this for a second. Full file path to clipboard. I'm going to copy this and just say... put it in my shortcuts as shameless self promotion 01 and then SFP 01 SSP, so I can find it later. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a browser that do we have Firefox still? I think I've totally blocked Facebook on Firefox though. Let's just take a look at Firefox and see if we can get on Facebook. I may have blocked Facebook on here, because I try to stay off Facebook because it's not very useful. It is kind of useful when I ask my actual programmer friends some questions because they have answers, but when I try to do stuff on, like, anything else, like, let's do a... Don't I have, like, Midori or something? run Midori. I might have it as a... Oh. So, if I open up the Midori folder, it looks like I have a Midori folder. So I'm pretty sure I have this browser. And let's give this browser a shot. You know, I have all these blockers to stop me from getting on Facebook, and then I just find another way around it. So it's bad. But I think this is a good excuse to be on Facebook, because we're gonna like try to www.facebook. Yeah, so it seems like I just can't, and I don't know who that is. Oh, it's okay. It's my friend. Okay, just didn't wanna, you know, I was worried it was gonna be a profile like some girl I'm stalking on Facebook or something, and then it's like, damn, put that on public for everyone to see. Let's see what Vivian says. That's contentious. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, see, you're already distracted, and this is why. So CSS or whatever, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, programming group, whatever. Let's just do programming. Let's find some programming groups. I think I'm a member of this. I'm a member of this. So we're gonna go open link in new tab, open link in new tab, and we're gonna post in here, right? Because we got C, C++, close enough. So what we're gonna do is here, we'll invite, no, they really want to, well, actually, maybe we should invite somebody who's actually smart to this group. God, I'm an asshole. Great, they're gonna see this, and then, shouldn't be shit talking here. Yeah, so let's, and I mean, even though I shit talk from, and that makes me sound like a pretentious superior asshole or whatever, I mean, the person I just invited is way smarter than me. So, I think it's important to keep people who are smarter than you around you. What's that saying? If you're the smartest person in the room, there's a problem. Okay, so we know kind of like where we want to post this. Let's close this script that's messing with my hard drive, and let's take this and now if we take a screenshot, we're going to get more people to reply, because they're going to be assholes, and they're going to be like, oh, no code, no code, I'm not going to answer this, if it's just a screenshot, it's not worth my time, etc. They'll say things like that. And what'll happen when I see on these Facebook groups for programming is, when I actually post hard questions, I never get fucking answers. Like, never, ever, ever. So I feel like maybe I actually must be good with C, because I ask questions that I can't get answers to. I don't know. I'd like to boost my ego and say that's the case. But, if you post something as a screenshot, you seem to get more comments, because people can kind of take the easy path and just be like, oh, what? No source code, not worth my time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to make it a paste bin, but we're not going to share the paste bin until we get a byte, right? So www.pastebin.com, and we're just going to post this up there on a paste bin, so that when we get our bytes, like not as in bytes as in numbers, but as in bytes as in fish biting, then we'll post this right away. We'll be like, right? So like the second after somebody says that there's no that there's no source code, I can be like, bam! And C never... let's just call it SSP001 for shameless self... Oh, and you can't really see what I'm doing here. So on Pastebin, I'm just posting this on Pastebin. We're going to call it SSP001. Syntax highlighting will be C, and we'll create this paste right here. Oh, god damn it. So I fucking hate this button right here, right? Because you think this button is, like, to submit it, right? And no, it just refreshes the fucking screen. I fucking hate it. Right? Because then it's this, you have to use create new paste right here. But this looks like new paste to me as well, right? So it's like the visual communication on this site, I don't know. I would like to say it sucks because I can't use it. You know, just like I say I hate basketball because I can't play it, and I hate football because I can't play it, but soccer's alright. Okay, so C. And let me close some of these things. You know, I said to myself, hey, I'm gonna make sure that I can see the chat, and then I don't keep the view of the chat window open. So, okay, anyways, I can see the chat now. So, shameless self-promotion 001, yeah, okay? And hit this button. Okay, so now we have this thing here that we can put in our shortcuts. So I'm going to call this SSP01 URL. And pick SSP01 URL C or SSP01 URL build. So I'm going to, or let's just call it SH. So I want to actually include the build script as well, so I can make it as easy on people to run it as possible. So URL C, SSP01 URL C. And we're going to paste this Pastebin link right there. And to make it even easier, we could do, well, let's just one thing at a time. So let's create a new paste, and let's take our build script, because we got a nice build script right here. And we can strip out some things, right? We could take out this map. This was for when I used to try to isolate files by compiling them as demo files and using a macro to say, are you being compiled alone? Run it as a demo. And now I'm not really doing that because it's kind of a pain to like individually compile each one of your source files to do a little check to make sure it's coherent. So we can get rid of this. Or do we need to get rid of this? I mean, it's comments for myself. I'm going to keep these comments, because these comments are actually helpful to me. Let's make sure it actually runs still. So we're going to double-click the build script, make sure we haven't screwed anything up. What would actually be nice is if we put a new line in here, right? We got plenty of room. We could put a new line character. So let's look up that. So, ASCII table. And we need a new line character. So F, new line. Maybe they call it line feed. Why the fuck can I not find anything? NL line feed, new line. Okay, because I didn't use a space. So, 10 in decimal or hex is just an A? Yeah, hex is just an A. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's the A I was seeing earlier. Okay, yeah. So, I saw like a 0A, and I was like, what the fuck is this 0A doing here? And the 0A is the line feed. So, if we, so the endiness here, remember that we have endiness this way, so we gotta go 0A like that. Okay? And if we do that, it's going to read in this direction, right? It's reading like this. Like the endianness is little endian, so it's reading everything like this. If we take this and we give that a run, we're going to see the new line. And then that enter to exit will be on a different line now. Yeah, so now we have enter to exit. So that's much better. And since we're doing that, we could actually give it some padding, right? We got all this extra stuff to work with. Oh, well, if we give it padding, then we gotta, like... We gotta, 0A... and 0A... Or, hold on, 0A... 7-2, 0A, 0A, and 0A right here. And then... Well, we already have this, so what we could do is we could take this right here, and we could put our null terminator there, and then we could take this one and we could move it up over here, and we'll have to shuffle some things around. But let's make it just a little bit better. And now that we have these zeros, right, we can't just have that like that, right? 0A, 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 0A. And then we have some padding, right? So if we give that a shot, give that a run, if we didn't screw anything up, yeah, so we screwed up our commas, because I don't know how to comma. See what we got, see what we got. I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing, do I? And this is why I kind of do that sometimes, because I like a lax comma, and you can't put the first comma. So Twitch kanji code, and then enter to exit. So, well, if we're missing the R, we're going to have a problem now, aren't we? We were doing so good, and then we just screwed it all up. So let's look, ASCII table. Let's look at the ASCII table for a second. And see, well, what's the 72? The 72, is that an R? Did we just screw things up? So, we need a 72 in hex, not in... So 72 is an R. We have an R here for 72. So something we did, right, because we have the 72 here. Oh, well, we're reading it like this, 0072, so why would you... Endian this, my friends. So the null terminator needs to be right there. Because we're doing little endian, because it's on a Windows system. So there we go, twitch.com/kanjicoder, enter to exit. So that's kind of cool. And if we look at this, we need to reorganize this a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's put this back on this line. Put this back on this line. And then, wow, I can't indent. I can't format. It's just not a... This is just, yeah, this is bad. Okay. So let's take that. That looks much nicer. Make sure we didn't screw up any of the syntax. So, the other program, wrong program, hold on. So, the smart answer, if somebody was, like, giving me a good answer, they would be like, well, it depends on the endianness of your system, right? Depending on what that's going to say. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this. Sure. Yeah, maybe. What happened to our Midori? Okay, our Midori is still right here. Midori is here. We're good. Let's go back on Pastebin, though. So on Pastebin, www.pastebin.com, we need to log in, because I believe we are... Yeah, we got to log in. So I'm going to put this up on my other monitor where you can't see it, because... oh, wait, we can't do that, can we? Okay, so let's be... Let me open up a Torch browser here. And I'm going to log in... Well, I can't log into it in a different... Oh, boy. Let's just... We don't know what we're doing today. So we can't use this pastebin. We got to use the pastebin in our other browser because we're not logged into that one. I'm gonna edit the pastebin URL and update the code there because we just added some more spaces and stuff because, you know, we thought it would be kind of like cool if there was a little bit of space, you know, give it a little bit, clean it up a little bit. So we'll take this and we'll paste it into pastebin. Nothing fancy here, right? We just took the new stuff, we pasted it right here after hitting edit, right? There was an edit button. You just have to trust me, right? You can see the edit right here. We're editing it. And we can just save the changes. And then we also want the build script. So we're going to do a new paste, and we're going to take our build script as well. So in here we have a build script. We're going to take that, copy it, and we're going to paste it into here. And we're just going to call it syntax highlighting is C, or actually no, the syntax highlighting is bash now. Paste expiration is never, and it's shameless self-promotion, but now it is 001, and it is .sh. Okay, so we'll create it like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now we got this little build script, and we can take the URL here and we can put that into our notes. So it's ssp01 URL sh or ssp01 URL dash sh. And now we have a nice build script, right? From here, we should take the URLs. Maybe I don't know what you do from here. I mean, that's good from there. Actually, let's go on Imgur. www.imgur.com, and let's take screenshots of the code, and let's just put it on the Imgur, right? So we can do, like, we can take this, and we can be, you know, we can take a snip of this, and when we save this, hopefully it doesn't open up one of my porn folders or something. I'm gonna guess it won't, because I don't screenshot porn like this, right? Okay, moment of truth. Moment of truth if I have to go into Twitch and delete this right now. Save as. Whew. Okay, we're good. In here, we'll just call it SSP01 c.png, right, for the, because it's the C code. And then in the next thing, right, we'll take this and we'll also screenshot this. So we'll go snip, right? Well, so we'll screenshot like all of the stuff. And SSP01sh, because it's the build script. And then we'll close that, and then in Imgur, go to our images, and then we'll browse, and we'll go. Geez, I gotta be careful here. So SSP, and we have these two. I don't know if we can do both of them at the same time, if that is a thing we can do, like if it's smart enough to do that. But oh, there we go. It's smart enough to do that. Awesome. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. And we're gonna just take this and, well, we're doing shameless self-promotion here, right? So, yeah, let's make a post. Why not, right? Let's go all the way here. So, let's call it WTF, man. Let's add a description, right? Let's, if we provide a build script, then we're going to assume that anybody who can, if somebody can operate a build script, like a SH script, then they can figure this out, right? If we provide the build script, then I think we're giving ourselves away. So let's just post it with that. So let's say someone explain this, we'll post to community, right? So we're gonna just pretend that we don't know what we're talking about. Are you ready to start earning points? No, yeah, post publicly. See if this hurts my credibility on Imgur more than it already has. So we're gonna take this and we'll put it into our shortcuts. We'll call it SSP01 URL Imgur or SSP01 URL Imgur, right? So now we have an Imgur gallery where we can take the image and then it actually has the source code along with it. And SSP01 URL Imgur. Okay, now the next question is how do we want to do this? Do we want to just if we post the Imgur, it already has the code with it. So I think we want to hold off on that until we actually post just the image and be like so if we add a photo, right? If we add a photo, SSP desktop, delete me, SSP, and this is the C code. So how do we do this and be like, so since my name is Kanji Coder on Twitch, and you know, obviously from Twitch you can, like, if you did enough digging around, I'm sure you could find on Twitch who I am on Facebook and whatnot, because all of my accounts are somehow linked, associated with each other in one way or the other. But I'm going to assume that nobody is going to know that the Kanji Coder thing is mine, so we're just going to take this and be like, someone explain how this works. What we could say, I don't, get this. I thought printf printed strings, or sometimes numbers, but you had to use a %d or something. So the idea is we're not even going to say what it says, right? Because, I mean, it's a little bit crazy for anyone to look at this and automatically know what it says. So it's not like this is not a valid question on a test of what is the expected output, right? So we're going to try to leave people curious where we don't even address what is actually here in the sense of what it says. We just say, we don't even say what it says. We say, I don't get this. I thought printf printed strings or sometimes numbers, but you had to use a %d or something. And we'll take that and then we'll go over here as well. And then, yay, accepted my thing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add that photo. So shameless self-promotion 001. So here we go. This guy right here, and then we'll be like, we're gonna say something else. How does this not segfault? Is that giving me away? That might be too detailed. Oh no, we'll say, like, we have void pointer here, so we could play dumb and say that, I thought when you try to... I thought printing void, crashes... Here, doesn't, printing void crash your machine? Right, so the idea is we want to do, like, two different things. Right, so we're gonna just keep it kind of, we're gonna keep it as, we want people to be able to bike shed this, right? So bike shedding is where, right, there's a whole bunch of nuclear physicists in a room. Well, there's a few nuclear physicists in a room with a whole bunch of, like, board members, right? And the board members are just business people. They don't know shit about nuclear reactors, right? And so the nuclear physicists are talking and they're trying to get, like, people's opinions on things, but the science is, like, way over everyone's head, so nobody can add anything. But on this nuclear power plant, there happens to be a bike shed, and eventually the topic comes up of what color should we paint the bike shed? And then everybody in the room all of a sudden has an opinion on what color the bike shed should be painted, because they couldn't interject when it came to the really detailed stuff. So they're kind of like, oh, look, now I can actually contribute. And everyone's desperate to contribute because they weren't able to say anything the whole time. And now, oh, what color should the bike shed be painted? Well, okay, we can answer that. So the idea is we want to do something similarly psychologically, where we don't want to ask something too hard. So this is a pretty noob question where anybody who knows what a cast to a void pointer is will be like, well, we're not actually printing void, right? And also, maybe we shouldn't say segfault, right? Because segfault is could also give us away because it's a little bit too specific. It's like you know, when a adult tries to make a drawing that's supposed to look like a kid drawing, and they have some features of the drawing that kind of gives them away, because it shows kind of how they perceive reality, and it doesn't match the psychology of, like, how a child would draw a drawing. Same thing here. Like, I think this might give me away in terms of it's just too specific. It's like, I don't, a newbie might know what a segfault is, but maybe we shouldn't do that. So we're gonna just say crash. How does this not crash? Doesn't printing void crash your machine? So, right, so that sounds a lot more vague and noobish, so I like that. And then, I don't get this. I thought printf printed strings. And let's not say strings. Let's make it a little bit more noobish. So let's do letters. Or sometimes numbers, but you had to use a %d or something. And then what we could do is, we could even make that incorrect, right? We could do a %n. right, for percent number, right, is, what's that, percent n format specifier, right? Specifier. And if we look at the percent n, what is percent n? I've never used it, so I don't know if that's actually a thing. What has become of the fine art of reading the fine manual? That's, I guess, a nice way of saying RTFM. I think the real question is, what is the point of an option like this? Would you want anyone to know the value of numbers, value of the number of chars printed, much less write that value directly to memory? It was like the developers were bored and decided to introduce a bug into the kernel. Alright, that's kind of funny. It is, in fact, a valid question, and one that the fine manuals will likely not answer. It has been discovered that %n makes printf accidentally Turing complete, and you can, e.g., implement brainfuck in it. See GitHub, blah, blah, and... Okay, interesting. Nothing printed. The argument must be a pointer to a signed int, where the number of characters written so far is stored. Blah, %n, and val. So val... Okay, it's the number of characters printed so far. Val equals 5 because 4 and then 5. Oh. So that is interesting. So %n is a thing. Did not know that. Now we know. So %n, I'm just going to put that in my shortcut. Per n, %n, per n. And now we learned a thing. Yay, okay. So that's cool. Yeah, so I think I like these. These are like some nice kind of, I don't really know what I'm doing comments. And what we could do is, let's look for on Facebook.com. Is there any other programming groups we can join while we're at it? You know, since we're gonna like, I'm sure people belong on more than one of these, so, programming, C programming. Let's try C programming. Is there a C programming? These only groups. Oh, look, C programming. Any issue regarding C? Oh, God damn it! Any issue regarding C/C++, VB, SQL, PSQL, Java, and desktop hardware? Post here. Okay, so we're gonna say like, and then we're going to, ooh. We're gonna like that, we're gonna like that. Open these in new tabs. We're gonna visit this group. Can we join the group? Join the group, and then over here, we're going to, oh, am I just already a part of this one? Oh, I see. So we can, like, okay, your request is pending. You can finish your request by answering. How do you describe your programming skills? Beginner, experienced, advanced, more than 10 years of experience. So the thing is, I don't think I'll ever be smart enough to say that I am advanced. I'm definitely not a beginner. That's so let's just say experienced. We could get into a whole Dunning-Kruger rant with that. Do you understand that this group is for experienced programmers only? Yes, sure. Oh, so if I post something like that, I'm gonna get... No, promotion, spam, or homework. No homework, okay. Okay, so, we'll call this, Advanced C Group. Okay, so they're gonna hate me if I post to their stuff with some self-promotion. These people might actually catch me. I don't know. There's only 275 people, so they might actually catch me. So let's not post there. Let's kind of see what the quality of the posts are, and then, which programming language is the best? So some kind of trivial stuff. Okay, we got it. So this one looks like we could post here. Also, what the hell? Where is... Okay, yeah. So let's take this and can we create a post? Are we just allowed to? Okay, yeah, sure. So let's go... Let's see if we get ourselves banned. So the idea is that if we keep this code right here like this, that it'll take people a while. Like very few people are actually gonna like transcribe this, you know. So I won't get caught for self-promotion right away, I don't think. Now, we have these. Can we post here as well? Discussion. No, doesn't look like we can post here. So let's close this one. So we got these good little things. Do we want to... I kind of get this, but not quite. And stuff 0. How does that work? And also it looks like the letters in each uint 32 are backwards. I kind of get this, but not quite. And stuff 0, how does that work? And also, it looks like the letters in each... kind of figured each hex figured ASCII hex codes, but when I look let's do rapid tables. Let's do hex to ASCII, right? So let's take hex to ASCII. And if we do 0xFF like that, yeah, we're not going to get anything. Now, if we do like this, if we break it apart though, right? And we do a little conversion. Well, actually, these aren't things. So we know, let's actually use a thing that we know. So we know that, well, this is hex, so I don't know what 32 and, well, actually, no, 32 is probably the, no, 23. 23 is the pound symbol, 23, 23, 23, unless that's decimal. Convert, yeah, pound symbol, 23, 23. So, this right here, we'll say, like, you know, when I look at the bytes using everything seems like complete nonsense. Nonsense. Let's not do that. Let's not give up. The hell is and stuff 0? 0. I mean, maybe keeping it kind of simple is good enough. You know, maybe we'll learn something. Maybe somebody will explain things that we already know in a different way, or add things, or add to the explanation of how we understand it to give us a deeper understanding, you know? So maybe this will be good. So, let's roll with this. So we're gonna take this and we're just gonna post it. We're just gonna be like, how does this? And post. So now we wait. Now we play the waiting game. So I assume that that's not going to get any responses right away. Let's see what is in our comments here. Let's try not to get into anything political. Because Facebook is a shit show, where nothing good comes from... Okay, well, not much good comes from Facebook. It's mostly just a tool to commit social suicide. And, you know, when I was in college, I could... you know, find out parties to go to, so that was cool. But now we're kind of like, eh. Cat. Whoa. 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 Okay, anyways. Let's close this. I think I've had fun. I don't know if this will go anywhere. But, we did a little shameless self-promotion. And we also did that here, so this could possibly lead to a lot of downvotes, because I think Imgur is mostly for, like, interesting images, right, like, yeah, but anyways, we'll see where that goes, and whoa, what did that guy just do, a gainer? No, that wasn't a gainer, that was a side flip. Okay, we're distracted. Let's stop this. So let's just close all of this. And you know, if we need to come back to it, we can come back to it, because we have the URLs for this. And I'm gonna make one more note here: shameless self-promotion, and then pick SSP01 or dots. Okay, so now that I've kind of like made a note of this, I'm putting this in my shortcuts really quick to make sure I have access to it, where I can find it. And then SSP. Okay, cool. So that's in my notes. And now I'm gonna end the stream. I just wanted to do something really quick because I have to go somewhere at 8, and I don't really feel like working on my unit test code. And I'm like, oh well, I did want to do that one little stupid thing, because I had an idea for it, and now I'm like, maybe I should do that little stupid thing now, because I was kind of sick of what I was working on. So yeah, we'll see where that goes, and see what happens with it. Yeah. So let me look at my recording thing, and let me just stop recording, and hopefully I got these serial numbers right. 0046.